Hey everyone, it's Sheena. Welcome back to my channel, Luna Rosu. Today I have just a one traveler's notebook. It's in a similar style like the previous one. I'll link it somewhere on the screen, you'll see. This one is just in a standard size. Looks like that. So that's the front, and then the back just looks like so. Not much tabs on the side, just the top. I think there's more on there. So yeah, so this is how she looks like. This is it has the same style when it comes to the front. So there's just the outside sort of flap in the front, and then a huge postcard here, also authentic. So yeah, so let me undo this here. So this journal also comes with a vintage slides here. So I think this one has 3 in it as well, so as the previous one. This is of the York Minster. So yeah, so again another British one. So I won't open it, but there's like really pretty slides on the inside. So let me just put her there, and then here we go. So it's just held on together with some twine right there, and then on the front we sort of have this pretty pink floral. So the color for this one is more pastel, I guess, but there are some darker tones that I've used just to, you know, highlight a page or something like that. Gorgeous sari trim here, sequins and whatnot. So the inside here, I've left this blank, just so that you would have space to sort of journal what the title of the journal could be, your name and details. You could put it here. And then this is the gorgeous postcard that comes on the front. I love this one so much, just because there's an embossed border around it, and then there's this gorgeous flowers on the corner that sort of frames the edge of the book as well. And on the inside of that, tucked inside, we have another vintage mortgage paper here. So this is really pretty. This one is from 1898, so that's really old, and it is just super gorgeous. And I love, again, how it's sort of, you know, when you close it up, there's the bottom here that sort of peeks out. So on the front, in the front here, there's this sort of a plate here that you can, you know, journal little bits and pieces here as well. There's no pocket on this side, just on this side. Here we have some fabric, some a button, sorry. And then we have a really pretty, this is one of my favorite pictures from my personal collection. It's just a boy and a girl riding a bike, and look how torn and tattered the photo is. Love. And then we also have a postcard, but this one doesn't have pictures on it. It's just filled with gorgeous penmanship there. And then this is, I think, from Tim Holtz. So I've just sort of did a bit of collaging on the back with some vintage pages. So that tucks right in there, like so. And then on the next page we have a pocket on the top here. So this is sort of an uneven pocket, you'll see inside. So that's how it looks like. So it's made out of some vintage book pages as well, and this is a pattern paper. Another gorgeous postcard right here, so much florals. I love the colors. I try to stick to a bit of more pinks in this one. And then this is some pattern paper that you can journal on the back, and that one just tucks in there. We have some vintage children's book page here, some fabric tabs on top as well. This gorgeous little adorable cute rose here is from part of an old vintage greeting card. A receipt, vintage receipt there. So this is not a digital stamp. This is actually a sticker that I have. So I just like how sort of vintage looking it looks. So I've just stuck it on, and the other half is on the back. So we have a vintage envelope right here that I've just turned into a page. I love it because the background here is just absolutely gorgeous. We have a vintage railroad trip pass here that's authentic. And then by the way, I've been really loving this sort of pattern, sort of cloth pattern, as pattern paper. I don't know why, it just makes everything look so pretty. And then inside we have another pattern. I think this is Tim Holtz, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So you can journal on the back, and then you have this little hole here just to make it into a tag. And then some really pretty ruffles on the top. I just tied a knot on the end because it was too long. And then on the other side we have another gorgeous vintage postcard right there. This is a pocket right there, and inside this one we have a I think this is a receipt or some sort, so I've just tucked that right in there. Really pretty Edith Holden book page there, and again I've used sort of the similar pattern to this one, just this one is in green just to match with the background of that. And then inside this pocket right here is a vintage handwritten letter. Very pretty. I think you have 3 pages right there, so that's a generous amount there. You can scan and you can reuse it if you don't want to, you know, make a mark on it or anything like that. And this is the authentic envelope that comes with it as well. So love these little bits of treasure. And then this is part of a vintage greeting card as well, so I thought that would make a really gorgeous sort of a vellum background to it. Some lined paper with some fabric tab on top with a button. And then again I've done that whole grungy style here, so there's some lined paper as well. This one has more room to journal, I think. This one is also a side tuck spot, very pretty. And then we have some another extra pocket right there. So inside here is a vintage handwritten recipe card, and the stains here, this one is all authentic and it's just so gorgeous, so I decided to just include that in there. And then on the next page we have just more spaces to journal. This is a railroad sort of order form, so that just flips out like that. The paper is quite fragile, so I decided not to do a pocket out of it, so you can use it for something, you know, you could go over it with gesso if you want, and so you could have a white background to write on. And here we have a part of a stamp book, so I've just made it into a page, so you could use it as a background for something as well. Some fabric tabs on the top, and then in the center we have this little side pocket here that is made out of vintage envelope. I've also included in a real calling card right there. And then this one you can actually flip open, so you have another tuck spot right there. And then inside here is also a vintage greeting card, so I really love this one. It's just so pretty and I think it blends in so well with the background. And the pocket is on the back, but I've decided to just put it here, so when you flip this open, this is the first thing that you'll see. And then you also, when you close it up, you can still see the little head peeking out from behind. And then on the other side, this is from I don't think this is very vintage, but I've just coffee stained it. This is from a book of plants, and then I've just added a charm at the bottom. And then we have the other side of that stamp, that vintage railroad order form, so fragile, I love it. And then this is from a vintage greeting card, so I've just made it a flip out, so you could have more journaling spaces here. And then look how gorgeous that is embossed, so absolutely pretty. And then on the other side I've just sewn on the side here, so you still have plenty of room to journal on. Again with the little grunginess here, some fabric on the top as well. And then this is the other side of that greeting card. It's just, you can pause and read it if you want. It's just a lot of well wishes here, so I thought it would give you inspiration to write if you're feeling down and things like that. And then on this Edith Holden book page, I have included this really pretty photo of this girl. This is in color, but I love how the color is sort of more toned down, So again, it's a little girl in her garden, so pretty. I just love how the green sort of stands out above all the other elements in the photo. And then I've just attached a fabric on the side and a tiny sequin there as well, just to sort of give it something extra to look at when you flip open to this page. And then here, this gorgeous sari trim here, I love it. I knew I wanted to use it, that's why I sort of built this whole journal around it, and that's why I went with the pink in the front. So this is a huge pocket right there, so you can put something in here like so. Very pretty. And I've just left the edges here a bit raw, so you'll see, but I love how it sort of sticks out and it's sort of uneven and things like that. So that's just me. And then we also have the other side of that envelope. Again, I just love the sort of, I guess, sort of a monogram kind of pattern there. And then inside here, I've just made a little pocket, and this is a authentic railroad ticket. So that's there. Oh, and this is the other side of that sticker, that vellum sticker that I had. I thought you could journal around it. I thought that would be really, really nice. And then here we have this is a printout from the Graphics Fairy. This is just some piano paper that I've coffee stained so you can journal on it. I chose this one because it wasn't very sort of a busy kind of background on it, so you could still have plenty of room to journal around it. So that is there. And then this is the other side of that vintage children's book page. I've just left this blank so you could do your own journaling on it as well. And we're almost at the end, so I'm trying to keep my flip throughs really quick this time around. We have a lace pocket right there, and then this is just some little sequin. Again, I did the whole tie thing on the end. I don't know why, it just sort of, I kind of like it. And so yeah, yeah, so this is a vintage receipt. This is from 1906, so really old. Again, very fragile with the paper. I just tucked it in there. And then on the last page we have a pocket. So you have two pockets essentially. You have one here and then one at the back. And this one, I know this is a bit early, but I figured, you know, time goes by so quickly, and next thing you know, it's almost Christmas, so I decided to just include this vintage Western Union Santagram that I have in my collection. I thought that was really, really cute, so I put it at the back, so just in case, maybe by the time you finish journaling, it will be in December, I'm not sure, but you know, you could always use this for the future. So, and then that's the back of the page. So yeah, a bit more fabric on the back. So that's it, guys. So this is a if you prefer a lot of room to journal in, this one I think is possibly have the most journaling room that I've done in a while. But I think there's enough elements in there to sort of keep it looking busy and a lot of things to look at. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video. I'm still sorting out through a lot of things, and yeah, so have a great day, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.